Hello learners, this is Habiba with Excel with me. If you like the video, please do like, share, subscribe and comment below. Definitely I'll try to bring best content for you all. Let's start today's class, that is UGC NET Paper 2 Education Unit 3, that is Learner and Learning Process, with the subtopic Guidance and Counseling, Nature, Principles and Need. In this class, we will not take up whole guidance and counseling, nature, principles and need. We will take in parts. Today we are going to understand about guidance and counseling, meaning, definition, and then guidance, nature. So let's begin with the topic, introduction. Guidance is a general term which means helping people to make wise choices and solve their educational, vocational and personal problems. It is a process by which the individuals are assisted in making adequate adjustments to life situations. So, from the birth of the child needs some guidance. Every individual needs some guidance. It may be from parents or friends or somebody, or sometimes from organizations or institutions also. This term means helping the people to make wise choices and solve their maybe educational problems, maybe employment or service related, vocational related problems, or maybe personal problems. So to make right choices, every individual needs some guidance in life. For example, if we are at home, always we try to take the guidance of our grandparents or parents or sometimes our friends. But in the office, when we are grown up, when we start our jobs, before starting job also we need some guidance. Which stream I should choose? What are my interests? Some people, they don't understand their capabilities and abilities. They need some guidance. So that time this guidance plays a very important role to assist that individual to make adequate adjustments. If we are not adjusting in life, the life will become very hectic, or we say so many problems we won't be able to tackle. If we are not adjusting ourselves to the environment and the society, our life will not be smooth. If we want happy life, usefulness to the society also, we should lead a life which should be in adjustment. So it is an organized service which aims at helping the individuals understand themselves, which means enabling them to know their abilities, aptitudes, interests, perceptions, needs, individuals' relevant and necessary information about himself or herself, and also about in the difficult situations of life also. So it is organized, it is organized service. The general whatever guidance we are getting from our parents at home or something, that is normal informal guidance. That is, if we are getting proper guidance in the organizations, there should be some experts will be given this advice. Why? To help them to come out from their problems, and also to bring out their abilities, to know the abilities, what are hidden in them, what are their aptitudes, interests. That's why the eligibility tests are conducted to know whether these individuals are expert in those areas or not. Reasoning is given, communication about comprehensions, language, things are all asked and tested of that person, so that to bring out whether in that particular area that individual fits or not. And in life difficult situations also, to tackle those difficulties, persons need some guidance. So let's understand the meaning of guidance and counseling here. What is guidance? Literally, advice or information aimed at resolving a problem or difficulty, especially as given by someone in authority. That means in organizations and institutions, some authority especially creates some problems to their subordinates or juniors. So at that situation, that individual needs some advice or information to resolve that problem also. This is guidance here. Then what is counseling? The provision of assistance and guidance in resolving personal, social or psychological problems and difficulties, especially by a professional. Here we need some professional expert to counsel us. Counseling is a small part in guidance. Guidance is a wider term. Counseling is a narrower term which is small part of guidance. Here, to give some counseling, face-to-face counseling, a person need to be expert to give any counseling, to tackle with the social problems, psychological problems, personal problems. If any difficulties are there in professional life, the counselor will resolve that problem. Now, what are the definitions? Let's understand first. Guidance, given by Ruth Strang. Guidance is a process of helping every individual through his own effort to discover and develop his potentialities for his personal happiness and social usefulness. Yes, why this guidance is given? What is this process? Guidance is given because to help that individual to tackle that problem. Now, what is this process? Helping that individual to bring out the efforts, discover what are there in them, what are the aptitudes, attitudes, interests, to bring out their potentiality. Why? To be happy and useful to the society. Now, what is counseling? Counseling is a series of direct contacts with the individual which aims to offer him assistance in changing his attitude and behavior, given by Carl Rogers. Now, what is counseling? It's a series of direct contacts. Two individuals, one expert and another client who is facing some problem, they will sit together, and what is the aim of this assistance? To change the attitude and behavior of that person if they are not likely in proper manner, if they are facing some problems in their life. Now, let's understand what is the nature of guidance here. As a process, what is the nature? It's a process. Why? To develop an individual's social needs. Every individual has some social needs. There are needs in the society. To develop that individual from the point of social needs, this guidance is a process to help them out. And it's a continuous process. It's a dynamic. It's not narrower, it's dynamic. And individuals understand themselves and learn using maximum their own capacities and interests and abilities if the continuous guidance is given here. Then related with life, obviously, I have discussed formal, informal. Formal means in the organizations help is given related to education, profession, employment, whatever they are doing in the organization, the formal guidance will be given to them. And informally, friends and relatives give guidance. Then development of capacities. To understand what am I, realize ourselves, that is self-realization. What are the strengths? What are the weaknesses? So these capacities are developed through the guidance here. Then individual assistance. If we need group guidance, in group guidance will be given. If individually they want any direction in life, this guidance is provided. Then task of trained person. Obviously, informally anybody can give any guidance, but formally it's a task of a trained person to guide somebody related to techniques and skills here. Then wide scope, already I told you, wide scope, no boundaries of age, interest, anybody can get the guidance here related to maybe interest in any age group, anybody, male, female or anyone, they can get guidance here. Then helpful in adjustment. Why adjustment is required? To overcome problems. Adjustment is very, very important in life. If we are not adjusting ourselves, we are inviting problems in our life. So to overcome problems, this adjustment is helpful. Through guidance, this adjustment is possible. Then helpful in developing the ability of self guidance. Obviously, all the time guidance given by somebody is not enough. We need to guide ourselves also. We need to depend on ourselves, not depending on others always. We need to give direction to ourselves, self dependent here. So next, no imposition of one's viewpoint. Guidance doesn't mean that if that expert is giving this guidance, we have to mandatorily follow that guidance. No, we can accept, that individual can accept or reject according to the interest and willing that person. That means nature of the guidance is not imposing on anybody the viewpoint. It's free to accept or reject. Then helpful in preparing for future. Obviously, well-wisher of an individual's future. This guidance is the well-wisher of the individual's future here. Then guidance as an educational service. Obviously, in schools, children face so many problems. They need to have the ability of adjustment in school environment. Through this proper guidance, they will adjust themselves in different situations, because all are unique in themselves. No one is alike. So they have to adjust in school environment if proper guidance is given. Then client-centered, obviously, it's a developmental approach which is given client-centered. That means who is given the guidance is not important here. Who is getting the guidance, that is client, is very important. According to the interest of that individual only guidance will be given. Then guidance as a sub-process of education. That is, it's a supporting device, obviously, for all-round development of a child. Every step of life, that guidance is required. The pupils are like small saplings. The way how we nurture that sapling, that big tree it will become. Same way the child also, if support is given for the all-round development of the child will definitely grow in a successful life. Then guidance as more than assistance. It's not just assistance, it's not fixed, not decided. That is wider in scope, and it cannot be predicted. What will happen if this guidance is given? It cannot be predicted, but it is helpful for the individual. According to the needs, changes are done. Guidance can be different for the different individuals, and it's not fixed. So guidance as more than assistance. Then what are the principles of guidance? Let's understand here. Principles of guidance given by Jones. That is principle of individual differences. That is, each individual is different. According to the individual, guidance should be given. Then specific abilities are not innate. The expert who is giving guidance should not take up that these abilities are innate, that guidance should be given in the same manner. No. Different person with different abilities, some may be innate, some may be acquired. So according to that, guidance is given. Then need of assistance in solving the problem of individuals. Already I have discussed, there is a need of assistance for each and every individual in any aspect of life. They should be given proper guidance. Then developing self-guidance, not depending on others always. We have to depend on ourselves also. That is self-guidance. Then principle of important place of school in providing guidance. That is, there should be some provision of guidance to the students in the schools. It may be experts, maybe teachers also can give, or anyone who are willing to give guidance, that should be provided in the school also. Then according to principles, according to Crow and Crow, let's see quickly. Study of an individual and evaluation. Why guidance? Through this guidance, we can study about an individual and evaluate that person also. What kind of guidance should be given also will come out through continuous talk in this process. Then evaluation of guidance program. Obviously, after guidance program, evaluation should be done whether that guidance was fruitful or not. Then responsibility of skilled workers. Obviously, in organizations, there should be skilled persons who could give guidance. In general, informal guidance anybody can give. Then advantage of guidance. There should be some advantage of guidance. If it is not good, then this guidance will not be successful. Then guidance by a trained person, same thing given by Jones. Then flexible program of guidance. One flexible program should be flexible, not fixed. Already discussed in Jones principle. So we come to the end of this session. I will continue the need of guidance in the next class. Until then, please do like, share, subscribe and comment below. Thanks for your attention and time. Happy learning.